G'day. Consider the Zoom self-awareness opportunity. The 360-degree appraisal process is one that most of us are probably familiar with. The idea that your performance is rated not just by your boss, but also your subordinates, your co-workers, everybody in the organization. But the problem with that feedback is kind of always the same, in that if I don't agree with the feedback I'm being given, it doesn't really matter how many people tell me, I'm still going to probably convince myself that it's not me, it's them. They just didn't really understand what I was doing. I'm not really that way. That's not really the way I come across. But an interesting thing has happened now that so much of our work interactions is happening on Zoom. It's going to give us the opportunity for a real self-awareness check. If we record these calls and play them back, we can actually watch ourselves in action and we can see how we interact with our co-workers, how we interact with our bosses, how we interact with everybody in the organization. And at that point, it's much harder to deny what's right in front of you. It's easy to remember things differently, but when you're looking at it on screen and watching that playback, it's kind of undeniable at that point in time. And this is something that my mate Phil pointed out when he had a Zoom call a while back, and then he played that call back and realized he could have handled a couple of situations a bit differently. And so the Zoom playback opportunity is to really increase your self-awareness of how you're interacting in your work environment. And so the 360-degree appraisal process now has another element to it where we do some meetings and we play back those meetings. Pretty hard to deny. Obviously there's limitations with the interaction you get on Zoom, but still, a lot of those cues are there, those non-verbal cues perhaps, still happen on Zoom as well as they do in real life. So consider that there is a real opportunity in Zoom, if you start recording your meetings, to use that as a learning tool for the people in your organization, a self-awareness tool for the people in your organization. Something I'd never actually thought about until Phil mentioned it to me the other day. Alrighty, that is it for today. I do thank you for your time, and I will be back again tomorrow. See ya.